All right, so today I want to talk about attaching accessories to your camera, different ways that you can do that. And I'm going to show you something that I bought. This is the Camtree Hunt Cage. I believe that's what it's called. And I'm just going to show you right here. This is the Camtree, this big thing here. And in here I have my Canon 70D, right? And as you can see, the Camtree Hunt Cage is pretty big for this particular camera. And that's because this particular cage is really made for the Canon C100. And when I bought it, I guess I didn't really notice that. Or actually I did notice it. I just thought to myself, well, if it fits the C100, it's obviously gonna fit my Canon 70D. Well, not really, for a few reasons. One, you get all this extra metal here that you really don't need. It looks pretty goofy as a result. Two, the Canon C100 is a taller camera. Because it's taller, the lens is higher. So the lens fits right through this opening perfectly. With this particular camera, as you can see, the lens doesn't clear this metal bracket. And that's because it's just not designed for this camera. So basically they do make another one that's smaller that I'm probably gonna purchase, and I'm probably just gonna sell this one. I got it for a really good deal anyway. So it's really still a very nice cage. As you can see, it has a top handle on it. And one thing I wanna show you with this top handle, as you can see here, I don't know if you can hear that, but the top handle is actually very, very shaky. And that's because it loosens up on its own. There's a little screw inside here. I'm just gonna tighten it for a second. Just to show you. So now it's tight, so that's rigid. But it loosens itself up very easily, so it's kind of annoying. Another thing too that I thought might be worth mentioning is sometimes I feel the screw that connects the mounting plate to the rails here, it loosens up sometimes on its own. When this thing loosens up, your camera can just fall right off of the rails. The same way that this handle just loosens up, so does this. So I think this rig is a pretty cool rig. I really like the fact that it has a top handle. I really like the fact that it has two cold shoe mounts on it. That's really cool. I really like that it has the rosettes so you can connect handles or whatever else on the side. The fact that it has two different sets of rails is also cool. So I mean, very adjustable. You know, you can adjust the rails and take them out and whatever, you know, whatever you want to do with this thing. A lot of people like these cages, and I think a lot of people like the cages just because for the look of the cages. And you know what? I like the way the cages look too. However, when you really use it, if you're not shooting something like a film where you got time to set up and whatnot, I don't think it's very practical. You know, when I'm shooting weddings, I don't use this, and I probably will never use this. Just because to get the camera off and on of this thing is a pain. To put this whole thing on a tripod, again, is kind of a pain. It's not a pain. I mean, you just put a plate on the bottom. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it makes everything heavier. And then you just Frankenstein and stuff, man. Who wants to Frankenstein everything? Okay, now I got to put an external monitor. Like when you get to your location, you're ready to shoot. Now you got to connect your monitor. You can connect in your receiver pack. You got your freaking cup holder on the side, and it's like, do you really need all that to shoot? I mean, just, you know, just get your camera. You know, you put your mic on or whatever, and just go. You know, when you're sitting there Frankenstein and stuff, you're missing moments. So that's why I really don't. For run and gun, like this isn't the solution, in my opinion. It just slows you down. But I still think it's cool. And I mean, I think it's gonna work in certain situations. I think it's nice to have it. And maybe I'll probably bring it to a wedding one day just to try it out. Once I get the right size one, yeah, I'll probably try it out just because, you know, I'm just assuming. And who knows, maybe it would make everything better. But I just seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Now let's talk about, really quickly, let's talk about if you don't want to hook up a ton of accessories, but you want to hook up two, and all you have is one cold shoe on your camera. Well, then what do? Well, then you don't necessarily have to use this and go crazy. You get something like this, put that on there. Now you can put a shotgun mic on there, and you can put a light on there or whatever. I had to modify this. You can probably see that there's a screw in there that I put in there. The reason I put that there is because this whole unit started to shift on me. It would always just kind of turn, no matter how tight I made this, it would just kind of shift. And that was really annoying because, you know, I have my light on there, my light's pointing at my subject, and this thing would like shift completely. So now my light's not on my subject. My shotgun mic is not on the subject anymore. It was really annoying. So this screw that I screwed in the top there tightens this down even more so it doesn't shift. So that's why I have that there. Another thing about this one that I don't love is sometimes your light or your shotgun just kind of slides off. Even when you tighten them down pretty good, they still just slide right off of the shoe. That's why if you notice, I have this tape on there to give it a little bit more grip. So you have the metal surface of the shotgun mic or the light touching metal, it just wants to slide. So I put the tape on there so it had a little bit more grip. Or you could get one of these. This is similar to that, except I kind of like this, the way this one is designed a little better. It's a little more compact. So, you know, you would have your shotgun here, you might have a light here. And then you can tighten your light on there using these little fasteners on the side. So it makes it a little more secure than the other one I use. So there's no need to put tape on there or anything because you can really crank it and tighten it down. So it's a little better. I've used this one. I prefer this one over the other. So those are two things you can use. They're both inexpensive. This I think was $7. This was, I think, about $12, maybe 15. It was definitely no more than $15. So again, you can use a cage if you need to, but if you know you don't have that many accessories and you wanna go a little lighter, I think this is the way to go. The exact name of this thing is, I think if you just look up triple camera bracket on Amazon, I think this will pop up. So like always, thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like it, subscribe to my page for future videos, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.